We're back with Game 3 of Game Changers Academy here on the FSL stream. My name is Grammy, joining me is Datum. How are you feeling?
I'm feeling very, very stoked for this last game of the day. We are following the journey of No Beat in the lower bracket, where they will be met by potentially a match here in the form of Aureole Astraea, and I'm really excited to get into this match. We're going into Haven for our last match to showcase today. And Grammy, I'm really excited for this one because these two teams, they fought so many teams to get to this point. I believe each of them have taken down 3 teams at least to get to this point, and everything to lose. It's do or die time. No Beats and Aureole Astra. I mean, they've been fighting all day long. They've been taking down opponents left, right, and center. But this is the lower bracket. It is the lower bracket semi-final as well, and whoever advances here goes to the lower bracket finals, and whoever wins there goes to play tomorrow. Have a chance to play tomorrow. So stakes could not be higher for these two teams.
And that's definitely true. And we've seen Nobeat on two very different levels
Oh,
in the first two matches just now. On the first map, even though they had a dominating first half, they weren't able to pull through. But on the second match, though, that was
wow.
a performance 13-0. And we are going to be heading into Agent Select right now to see what these teams have in store for us. It is going to be Haven, so I believe a Killjoy and a Jetpick is pretty standard for this map.
Yeah. And you gotta wonder just how much of a performance Aureole are gonna put up against No Beat, who just showed us what I believe to be the best performance so far in Academy today. So Haven, you have room for some very interesting comps. And speaking of interesting comps, Grammy, I'm seeing a
Mm,
Phoenix. They locked it up already over the Aureole
Select your
side. So
agent.
my eyes are gonna be on that Phoenix, of course. I mean, let's talk about the viability of a Phoenix in maps like this, right? In situations like this, right? I mean, sure, the one drawback of a Phoenix is that you don't have that safety net of something like a Jet, right, or something like a Rain,
mm,
or even a Raze, for that matter, that you can escape after you've gotten a frag, maybe, or you have that single tool that you can use to deal a ton of damage. Phoenix is more of a agent that relies on the ultimate. And in that
right.
sense, Phoenix, well, one of the fastest recharging ults in the game, which makes for some particularly interesting macro. And you talk about the resource management of the ultimate orbs and prioritizing it for the Phoenix, but the thing is, if that Phoenix doesn't frag, it all doesn't find much effect.
That's definitely true. And I think Phoenix's kit is really based around him fragging as well. You
Mhm.
see his the hot hands and the wall, both of them actually heal him up. So he's kind of built to get frags in a sense similar to Reyna, but different in the sense that his ultimate gives him a second life, which basically acts as another Skydog
Mm,
or Sova drone for you to get information on the site on
that can kill
attack.
people. Yeah, that can kill
Yeah.
people. So yeah, really excited to see the prospect of Phoenix. I mean, one of the things that made Phoenix sort of viable before, I mean, we saw a fair bit of Phoenix used in the chamber meta. What they did was, they prioritized the orb for the Phoenix, and then once the ult is available for the Phoenix, they just send him up front and take care of all those pesky trademarks of the chamber, and then that makes a way for some nasty flanks. However, that's just not true anymore because when was the last time you saw a chamber, Grammy?
Not
Never.
very recent. Actually, no, I saw one in my unrated game yesterday. So
Well,
it is
eh,
unrated,
yeah,
but we don't really see Chamber nowadays. And with this matchup itself, I think there was a Killjoy on the field. So we are going to be seeing some Killjoy action instead.
true, 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 true. So one of the things that a flanking Phoenix could go for, or maybe it's just gonna be the standard run-of-the-mill double duelist comp with, well, centered on those duelists and not on just the Phoenix itself. But this is Haven we're talking about. There's a lot of flank routes. There's a lot of opportunity for you to catch your attackers by surprise. So I'm really excited to see how Aureole is going to perform this, especially against No Beat, who just had the game of their lives. So last game to be showcased today before we continue on tomorrow. Aurelio or Aureole
Here.
yeah. Aureole Astrea versus No Beats. in this best of one elimination match in the lower bracket, and it starts off with NOBEAT on the attack. This is where they were super proficient in Ascent earlier. It seems like they're going to be continuing on with the same speed. Buja leading the charge, and they're making their way into an open site. Such a different pace already from game number 2.
This is interesting. So now we have like a 5v5 retake on the pistol round itself, and Aureole, they'll have a little bit of work to do to try and force their way back onto this site itself with this Phoenix coming in from this garage position, though, and Buja is the one who finds that first pickup. With the rest of the team jumping onto the platform itself, Bankai finds 2 in the mix of things. Solitude left all alone, and Solitude unfortunately gonna get taken out by the paint shells in a very, very strong start from NOBEAT.
Yeah. And as far as I know, this is the first time these two players are going to be competing from the academy, so it's very hard to adjust your opponents when you have never faced them before, especially because these two teams are fresh from gaming or playing with another team. So Aureole Astra, they really have to adjust to the speed that NOBEAT has already established this entire game. And maybe this is just them adjusting to that, acclimating to that. First couple of rounds, of course, is where you just try and get a grasp of how your opponents play. And NOBEAT, well, they're setting up the tempo, which is a good thing for them. Especially in the second round where they're already executing into B site. Nice incendiary there, denying of the blast back play and actually stopping the push altogether.
Yeah, that was a great incendiary, as you mentioned. You saw the paranoia coming in, but unfortunately, NOBEAT unable to capitalize off the back of that with the satchels. Completely stopped in their tracks, and now they have to turn their sights to somewhere else.
It seems like the sites are going into B site.
It's a shorty. This might be dangerous.
Oh no, it's not enough. Solitude still goes down. Buja. Well, it's a nice clear. Buja there, letting them up that C side. They're gonna execute right here with the turret in place, but Spike yet to go down here.
A play. Minotaur wants to make a play here, able to find 1. Traded out by Secret, who finds 2 of his own, and it's all down. Last player remaining. I'm sorry, I butchered that. Imadoris?
Let's call her Ima.
Ima. Okay,
I'm
that
a
works.
Derice. I'm not sure. I think it's Ima. Solitude.
This is unfortunate.
Yeah, nice attempt there on the shorty, but too much RNG and too little damage there. But still, it's just round number 2 here, so not a lot to lose for Aureole anyway. Now this is where I excited to see the approach here for Aureole. They've already caught a whiff of just how NOBEAT wants to play this. They want to play it fast, quick, want to take the sites as quickly as they could. And the adjustment is where it should come out from Aureole. And that you go. The first peek from Bell working out massively there. Buja goes down. That's one of the duelists. Secret in the charge on the other side. Gets a frag still. Devour. And the swing from Bell is a little bit too wide. That's 2 members left for Aureole on this retake.
Spike planted.
Its rifle is handed over to the side of NOBEAT as well, which makes Aureole's retake so much harder.
Oh.
Hot hands not gonna connect with this crossfire being set up on the side of NOBEAT. Aureole, they have such a hard time making it on the side itself. Gonna get spotted out by the recon dart. Secret good for the trade. Solitude left on his lonesome once again. Secret with the ghost takes him out. 3-0 scoreline here.
Yeah, looks like NOBEAT is not done with game number 2. You're translating that speed for here. Aureole receiving the shorter end of the stick for now. Man, what a speed. It was starting off great for Aureole. He got Bell peeking out at just the right time, shutting down one of the duelists here, but recovery is just not good. I mean, and I like the idea too. They were trying to deny A site because, as we know, A site is one of the hardest sites to retake here in Valorant. Just unable to do so, which is why NOBEAT's 3 on the board now. Another quick take seems to be in the works here. Aureole not really going for anything too aggressive, despite not having the weaponry to lose. Again, smokes come out. That's a dead giveaway that A site is going to be the split here.
Be dangerous for Nyx though if she gets spotted out by this owl drone, as well as the Lear catching her off guard. Wuja already on the site with its satchel play and Minotaur. It's gonna go for the Plant Sacred though. He's gonna go aggressive here. Eco frags.
Oh,
Going for the other. Oh, okay, there's a Bucky.
ah. Bye bye says good night. Flawless is done. No beats. Again, a 4-0 lead, just like how they started Ascent here. And Aureole might be looking for a timeout at this point. How are they going to reinforce that A site? I mean, they don't want to retake, and I understand that, but what can they do to reinforce that? A heavy stack? Or perhaps even just a retake? I mean, they haven't even attempted to retake at A site yet, but that's not going to be the easiest to execute.
I think it's not the easiest job to stall the players of NOBEAT as well, especially with not much stalling utility. They should have the incendiary as well as the nano swarm. But with the speed that NOBEAT is going at, it's hard to stop them at all, and Buja already picks up the frag on the Ema. Gonna get the plant down on this B side. 4v4 situation, the flank though gets shut down. Bye bye to that. A bell here.
Okay.
3 on the board. Goes for the 4th. Both nano swarms destroyed, and now knows where bye bye is. Shock Dart's not gonna connect. Nyx is just gonna go for the defuse. No, she's not. She gets knocked off. Has to take this peek. Unfortunately, bye bye is the one who clutches it out for her team.
Wow.
Oh my. That came down to the wire.
I'm so close too. Massive performance from Belle, but it just wasn't enough. Bit of a mishap on the cloud burst. Had she placed it somewhere else, it could have been more effective. Maybe on her teammate, but either way, bye-bye, just as big of a performance. Arguably even bigger. 4K clutch, done and dusted. Belle's gotta be, well, she's gotta be not having it at this point. Aureole calling the timeout now. I think this is a proper time, but I'm not sure about the prospects of the eco for Aureole. Do they have the weaponry? I think they do. Just enough. But this is a very important round here. This could be the turnaround potential for them, especially with Belle on that Blade Storm. But again, they seem to be struggling just how well they could retake these sites. They've attempted to retake B sites, which is where NOBEAT attacked this time, but no luck. They just haven't been able to cover their tracks as well. And they went for the flank as well on Solace, but again, didn't work. It got immediately shut down by NOBEAT.
I think they might want to go for a running back play this time around.
Perhaps.
But Solitude though doesn't have the weaponry to work with. Seems like they're gonna go for an eco buy. So Belle will be on the Blade Storms. And the rest of NOBEAT already set to run down the C site.
Oh, Blade Storm is not going to be placed perfectly here. Recon spots out Nyx, immediately calls upon the Sky Smokes. Ooh,
Oh,
mishap on the utility there, but no matter. Sky Smoke's already there, blast back into the back side. Buja, perfect Pinchell's placement there. That C-side in control. Nice little flash there from Solitude. Heals herself to safety as well. Belle, here she comes. Last two blades. Can she make it happen? No, she can't. Bye-bye denies her. And the sheriffs are all that's left in the arsenal of the Aureole squad here. Shinyu goes down as well. It's all down to Solitude. Doesn't have a gun either. Gets tagged down to 60 HP. Recon dart as well. Oh, what a shot!
shot!
Hot hands. Does have to run it back, but doesn't get the shot in. That was a pivotal one. Could have gotten a gun, but NOBEAT gets the round 6-0. Fair bit of damage, but the eco is already built up anyway.
I think a little bit of utility mishap here. The guiding light coming through just as the sky smokes come down means that the whole team of NOBEAT isn't going to be blinded by that, which gave Buja the opportunity to satchel onto the site and take advantage of that space created. They were just able to take the site.
Aureole, let's see
Can't
what
wait
her.
for this next round though. Fast A hit this time around. Shinyu, the first to fall and the lockdown to come through
Bell.
for NOBEAT.
Oh, Bell's not done. She tailwinds to safety, but shenanigans are over. 2v3 again on this retake. And it's ace side one more time. Perhaps they should take a flanking route this time, but it's too far off. Look at how the positions of Nyx and Solitude are. Granted, there aren't any smokes left for NOBEAT. Paranoia is there, though. Solitude's unable to find anything as Nyx go down from heaven. Oh, there's the smoke as well, and the timing is impeccable for Buja. Through the cranny. Finds Solitude, and that's NOBEAT 7 on the board, seeming to be continuing this speedrun of sorts through the teams here. Aureole, they've got to recover from this.
This is the strength of their double duelist composition with the raised satchels, able to make so much space for the Reina to follow up on that aggressive attack. NOBEAT on their attacking side, already 7 rounds on the board, in the lead in this half itself. I believe Aureole, they won't really have economy to work with, but Bell wants to take a fight here, able to find a second as well. Great play coming out from the side of Aureole. They were prepared for that. The Seekers to come through to find more information on where players of NOBEAT are, and Bell's already pushed up. Such an advanced position.
She's so deep. Minotaur holding the line.
Spike down mid.
That leaves Bankai down with Minotaur going down. Oh, they don't know where Bankai is, though. That's a silver lining for her, but what much can she find? She doesn't even have the spike. One more kill. She has the ult, so she can go for a play there. Finds one. Okay, nice touch. But she can't even get out of spawn. Has to get the spike first or get out of here. They use the ultimate. Uses the smokes. TP's out. What a play! I like it.
Oh,
She can make her way into C-site with this. And this is doable. This is terrifying for Aureole. But all they have to do is keep their heads strong and play together.
Watch them run. Damn it.
1v3. Can she do this?
Planted.
oh, the strike invested, unfortunately. Bankai unable to find and connect the shots onto Nishinyu there. And that's the first point on the board for the side of Aureole. I think they should be trying to go for these set plays maybe, because in this round you just see the side of NOBEAT, they just aren't able to they can't keep up with the aggression on the defense that the side of Aureole is showing them.
Yeah.
And this unexpected play just catches them off guard
Exactly.
completely.
I think they're just giving too much respect at this point for NOBEAT. Just become a little bit more confident. Just push up, just like that, as you mentioned. And it works out wonderfully there. I can't imagine how it can't work out here. And it seems like they are going to be doing so. So look at the angle. So aggressive here from Aureole. But they're not pushing up yet. Reinforcing this A side with a quick rotate, which is a pretty good idea. Bell is here. Blades are available. Paranoia doesn't hit onto anyone but the back end of things there. Uh-oh, the showstopper's there. Bell's got to be careful. But it is Shinyu to go down. Bell goes down too because of Bye-Bye's push. But again, the coordinated aggression this time from NOBEAT lets them off this spike plant. Lineups will be there, but Darius trying to pop off from heaven. Blades, rather the Molly is available. There comes the heal wall, but Solitude goes down. Buja unafraid to push that. NOBEAT deny the 8th round from Aureole Astraea. Nice decent attempt there. They go for the early rotates. They just were caught off guard by a sheer amount of utility that was brought out by NOBEAT.
Yeah, we just witnessed utility upon utility being used there. Off the back of the Paranoia, the recon dart came through, and the showstopper invested from Buja just meant that Aureole had such a hard time defending the site itself. And this time, Nobeat decides onto the C site. This dart though spots out Nishinyu. He's the only one on the site and has to get out because of the paint shells. Solitude, good for one. It's potentially a rifle to be retrieved by them. Spike is gonna go down, and they do have the Hunter's Fury to work with.
Lockdown, you invested. They're gonna attempt this, Grammy.
Oh, Blades connect on the first, unfortunately not on the second. Second and bye-bye. Find picks of their own. It's all up to these last two players, Nishinyu and Nyx. Guiding Light comes through to try and garner information.
Yeah, they don't have smokes. It's gonna be a really tough plant defuse here. Secret. This misses in front of Nishin. What can she do? Nothing at all. No, we played that perfectly. And they knew that Aureole didn't have the smokes to try and contest the defuse. Such an expensive round. Remember that was an eco and Aureole invested so many ults. Blade Storm locked down. Still not securing the round. You can see that Aureole is starting to become desperate for these rounds, and that's the last thing they need. Need to keep the confidence up, the mental up of the players. And this is where the coaching staff of the team comes in, but I'm not sure about Aureole. Do they have a coach? I mean, at least they should probably have a coach acting as an IGL coach. But man, gotta be working double time to keep the players at a level head here. It seems like they're working hard for it. Trade it out though. Sneak crits. Okay, Solitude makes it worth. Run it back available. They're deep into B site. Aureole again has to go for the post-plant retake. At least they're much closer now.
Spike planted.
Numbers advantage in their favor as well. Mission attempt to clear out Gong here. Unfortunately, Secret just gonna continue playing on this backside area. Bankai good for one. Secret finds hers as well. And Solitude, a nasty shot onto Secret. Down to the 1v1. The hot hands available.
Oh, she can't see.
Oh,
Banka has to push this. Doesn't have the paranoia either. And it's getting stuck. No way.
no.
No, yes. Solitude wins the round for them. That's a clutch and a half there for Aureole. 2-9. They keep it close at least. Perhaps taking us to 3-9 is the key here. Okay. Are we gonna see a repeat of what, game number 1?
I mean, I hope so.
Hope
That'll
so,
be
yeah.
very interesting. And I think both these teams are adapting quite well to each other. You see Nobi trying to deny Bell's aggression down B
Yeah.
with the paint shells as well as the paranoia. Unfortunately though, they still get caught out. But things almost looked up for them in that 2v1 situation. Solitude able to isolate her fights. Coming into this next round though, it's gonna be a fast A hit. And I don't think Aureole will be prepared for this, especially off the back of these paint shells. And satchel combination. Bell gets caught off guard. The Empress to come through.
Okay, they take control of site with little to no contest. And they chip down 2 of the members for Aureole as well. At least they've got the Sky heal, but again, the retake here, the prospect of a retake looking so gloomy, and Hunter's Fury scatters them around as well. Buja pushing up with it. So perfect. Picture perfect here for NOBEAT. Until Solitude catches Bankai mid-TP. But Buja's cleaning house. Looking for the ace now. Solitude right in her way. Shuts her down, but still the round for NOBEAT. 10-2. Aureole's got a mountain to climb in the second half.
Switching sides.
What a half from the side of Nobeat. Building off of their momentum from the previous game itself. They're just snowballing every round, and Aureole, they were trying to find an answer to this, which they managed to do in a couple of rounds, but so far they weren't really able to deal with the aggression that's coming through on the side of NOBEAT. Now, on the defense though, NOBEAT, I want to see how they'll play this, because we've seen them on the attack twice going so aggressively. Are they going to play the defense the same way is the question.
That is definitely the question. I mean, if the last game was of substance, or The second to the last game was of substance. The first game of the day was of substance.
Oh.
They don't necessarily become too aggressive, but in these scenarios where they are feeling confident, I wouldn't bet against it. I'm taking a bit of a slow approach here from Aureole. I like this. Making use of that utility, reinforcing that dark cover just on the same angle. Bye-bye though, playing around with it perfectly. Oh, nice recon dart as well. Netting Buja off that frag. Bankai in here as well. The rotates are so quick for NOBEAT. They don't even have to push here. Aureole down to 2. Hot hands for a bit of a heal, but Nishi doesn't have the spike. They have a trek and a half just to get themselves closer to the spike! And the timing is perfect, but bye-bye. Doesn't need it. 1 HP. Gets a tag in for the frag. It's all down to Solitude. Doesn't have any utility at all. Can she get the spike even?
The timing must be perfect from
30
here,
seconds
from her
left.
here. If she's able to clear out the site,
Last
Buja will
player
have
standing.
be a mile away, and she'll have the hot hands to work with, and he'll back up as well. But Buja's aware where Solitude's coming from. Will she expect this angle is the question? No, she doesn't. 11 points on the board for NOBEAT.
1 point away from match. Aureole. I think gonna force buy here. If I were them, I would increase the chances of denying match point, but that's all they can hope at this point. That's all they could do at this point. Just try and deny match point. It seems like they won't. Just playing for the classic, so it has to be 10 perfect rounds after this. I mean, assuming they don't win this thrifty round. With the way NOBEAT has been playing, it's hard to imagine just how the pinch out's perfect as well. Look, it chips down 3 of their players. And the most important of all, the Sky with the smokes is, or with the heal rather, is less than half HP. Bell trying to push up. But look at this deadly crossfire in A main. Bell's about to walk straight into it. Stashes back to safety as she gets mollied by her teammate. No. At least Solitude able to find a trade, but Buja is still in the back end of the fight. She's holding on to it with a dear life, but NOBEAT. Okay, they're starting to falter until Bankai shows up. 1 tap onto Nishin. Spike goes down. So does Bankai. It's a 1v2. Bye-bye. Has to deal with 2 players, but has an Al drone. Has a couple of shock darts. There's 1 HP left on Nyx. Marshall 2. Also, it's 1 tap each.
I didn't expect you to be here. It's caught unaware. Now to 1v1. Meanwhile, with the frenzy in hand, taps the spike. Bye-bye. The smoke is great. It's one way. Completely denying the vision of bye-bye. She can't see a thing.
Oh no. No, no, no. Ima's the one to get the knife there. Trying to live up to the team secret Tondo things, but unable to channel her inner Jessie Bash there. There you go. Match point denied for now.
Spike planted.
All they could hope for at this point.
Oh my god, the running brimstone.
See that one more time. Bye-bye getting the knife. Falling suit afterwards. That's a pretty good thing actually here for Aureole. That means that they deny the full gun pickup, which means that we're at an equal footing here. So Aureole increased their chance at pushing us into 11-11 or perhaps even overtime. But you know what they say, Grammy, it ain't over till it's over.
With the reinforcements coming in onto the C site, Aureole, they might have a hard time making it onto this site, especially off the back of that paranoia, stalling so much time. And Bankai still playing on this platform, able to find one more in the form of Solitude.
Spike down. C.
Ima falls. That's the sky smoke's gone.
Cover going out.
1 enemy remaining.
3
Oh,
Bankai good for 3. She secures that spike. They could hear her. Nishin good for 2. Okay. This is actually doable now. Buja is down to 1 HP. Has a Guardian as well. All it takes is one bullet on both ends. Chip damage too. And Minotaur is already here. Uh-oh. I don't think Nishi knows that Minotaur is right there.
30 seconds
But
left. One
she knows she
enemy
has to get the
remaining.
spike!
What a shot!
What a shot! Nishin shuts down Minotaur. That's the guessing game. Where is Buja? Can she win this? Just around the corner. It's an off angle too. And Nishin making all the noise in the world. Doesn't have the turret. Has a nano
seconds
swarm, but she has to get the plant in. She's not expecting this! Oh,
Spike planted.
the misery. Can you get the shot in? No. Nishin didn't anticipate Buja playing ring around the rosy and no beat. Pushed themselves to match point. Such a nice attempt. But so far away. Aureole, 3-12.
Match point.
I mean, Buja's discipline to not swing as the plant was going down was insane. I feel like if she had swung there, even a stray bullet would have just knocked her out, and
30 seconds left. One enemy
she was able to make things work despite being at a sliver of health. And now, as you mentioned, Datum, they are on match point. Aureole has to get 9 perfect rounds in a row to be able to take them to overtime, and even that is gonna be so hard, especially with their economy in shambles now.
One round at a time. That's the key here. I mean, NOBEAT's eco not looking the best either, so still equal footing. Seekers come out. Buja performing once more. Showstopper used. Justify himself a little bit of space, but Buja still finds another frag off of that. Satchels herself to safety. Bye-bye. Picks up one, and
enemy
Aureole again falling apart. Hunter's Fury up close. Solitude
Didn't see that
will be
coming.
knifed. No, not like this. No beat. 13-3. Another spectacular performance from the No Beat squad.
And Nobi was just like, we don't want a repeat of the first map happening at all. We're just gonna shut you down right here, right now. And Buja on the top of the scoreboard with 7 first bloods to her name. That's, she just popped off this game.
She did. ACS from Buja. Oh my gosh. Almost twice the next player in her own roster. Bye-bye.
Oh, wow.
Bye-bye didn't perform shabby at all. She was providing so much. I mean, if you take a look at the performance of all the players of No Beat, you got massive spotlight performances from most of the players. I mean, you talk about Bankai, for example, with that massive 3K to turn it around from C-Long. And of course, you've got Minotaur providing assistance every single time they take control of these sites. They're just unstoppable today. No Beat feeling really, really good. I'm excited to see No Beat's performance in the next couple of games. But man, maybe is there a chance we're gonna see a rematch between No Beat and Crazy Girls? I think there is. Yeah.
I think it is.
Yeah, there is a chance. Oh, that's gonna be a rematch and a half. Crazy Girls, as far as I believe, have already made their way into the final. Or actually, no, they got bumped down by Nikki's
Yeah.
egg. So it is going
So-
to be a rematch between No Beat and Crazy Girls. That's going to be tomorrow, I believe. The best of one in the lower bracket final. So that's gonna be an amazing game to anticipate, and especially because they're already played against each other. I have a ton of information on how each other play, and I'm just already excited for tomorrow, Grammy.
Yeah, definitely. So, but that is gonna be it from us today. This has been Grammy, Datum. We're gonna be signing off. Shall we take a look at the brackets before we end, or
Yeah, sure, we should. After a second, but let's break down. Let's break down that last game
break down?
a little
the-
bit first. Yeah, Aureole. Well, it felt like they just struggled to get off the ground from the get-go, right? I mean, there were shining moments where when they took control of the game, or the round rather. It looked pretty good, especially with Bell at the helm there, picking up a ton of frags. But when Bell or Solitude doesn't pop off, that's when it felt like it sort of fell apart for Aureole. They had nothing to counter these heavy fraggers on the other side. I'm talking about Buja consistently opening up that space. And even when it comes to clutch situations, Buja still won, still win the mind games. And I feel like it's still very similar to the first or the second game that we had, just the difference in fundamentals and mechanics. It felt like, and No Beats definitely a team to watch out for tomorrow. Maybe they can win against the rematch tomorrow, but who knows? Anyone's game tomorrow.
Yeah, I mean, as you mentioned, they now have information on how the other team is playing, and I think off the back of their two wins today, no beat, they have found their pacing, they have found their footing in this, and they want to capitalize on their aggression. Let's take a look at the brackets here. So tomorrow's matchup, Crazy Girls once again versus No Beat. It's gonna be a rematch here down in this lower bracket finals.
Oh, look at that game though between Nikki's Eggs and Crazy Girl. Such a close one as well. What is that? Triple overtime? Quadruple overtime? 18-16. But Crazy Girl's just unable to win it, so it's gonna be a rematch in the lower bracket final of who will be facing off against Nikki's Eggs. So tomorrow's matches are going to be action packed. Gonna be between uh, Crazy Girls and No Beat for the lower bracket final, and then a best of three for our grand finals tomorrow to make or to find out who is going to be taking the lump sum of that 500 US dollar prize pool. But until then, until tomorrow, we will be signing off for the day. My name is Zaydam Casting here today with Grammy Z, and I believe that's it, Grammy, if I haven't forgotten anything.